So today we're going to switch things up. That's okay, I hate myself too for that one. And so I posted on Twitter recently, like I got the Switch, I had a picture of it, I'm like, hopefully it lives up to my hype, and you guys made it very, very clear that you really want me to talk about the Switch. Not like there isn't like enough people talking about the Switch right now, but apparently you really want to hear my thoughts on it. So yeah, the Switch. Now I'm going to go ahead and assume that you guys know what the fuck this is. You know the basic concept of it. It is crossing that gap between the portable and the home console. And, yeah, it works. That's like my big thing about this, is that it actually lives up to the hype. Or at very least, it lives up to what Nintendo was saying it was going to be, and it works the way it was advertised as, which is, when it comes to new consoles, that's kind of a rare, weird thing, at least at launch. Now, I just got, like, the basic unit, and I got the Zelda Collector's Edition. It came with some cool shit. Specifically the sweet-ass carrying case, which is kind of the main reason I bought the Collector's Edition. But yeah, this is it. You can see its size. The controller things, the Joy-Cons, come off pretty easily, which is really nice. I was hearing a lot of reviews early on when people were talking about one of the Joy-Cons, like it doesn't sync up whenever you have it disconnected from the unit. Whenever it's in console mode, like it'll desync all the time, and that seems to be an actual issue that was pre-launch. I guess maybe like the first firmware update fixed this, because I have not encountered this problem as of yet. I played it with a whole bunch of my friends, specifically me and 5 of my friends all bought Switches. We had all pre-reserved them the day GameStop was taking pre-reserves for them, and yeah, like, I mean, not a single one of us had any kind of controller desyncing issues. We played it in portable mode, we played it in console mode, we had it with the Joy-Cons removed, we had it with the Joy-Cons inside the little cradle. None of that issues. That seems to be something that I guess that they fixed with the first patch update, which is pretty good. As for the games that I've tried thus far, I've played some Zelda, I've played some 1-2 Switch, and I have played the new Bomberman, Bomberman R. And yeah, like, it's pretty fucking rad. It works the exact way that, like, Nintendo was really advertising it. What was it, yesterday? I had, like, little kickstand popped out, and I had it sitting on my nightstand over here. It's laying in bed. I originally was playing it with the Joy-Con cradle, just kind of laying in there, doing that with a little miniature screen, because I didn't feel like hooking it up to the TV. And plus, I was really just kind of testing out, see how well it deals with those things. And then, after like about an hour playing it like that, I just took the Joy-Cons out, or out of the cradle, and started playing it like that. And like, there was no desyncing issues. It didn't have any problem. It still kept what it was doing. And I was just playing it like that. And then after a while of doing that, because I didn't really care for the feel of having the two individual pieces, I decided to and put it into convertible mode, or portable mode, and just started playing it that way. And yeah, like, there was no issue at all. Like, in fact, whenever I went, it's like, hey, are you playing it in this mode? I'm like, yes, I am. And it's just, and bam. Also, as far as like playing it in console mode, like you put it in the console, and it's just the way they show it, like in their little advertisement videos. You put like the little controller pieces in, the Joy-Cons, and you slide it up out, and it works perfectly fine. It doesn't fuck up your gameplay experience, and that's the best thing ever. That was one of the things I was really worried about, that, like, yeah, it wasn't going to work as smoothly as they were pretending that it did, and it's not that they were pretending, it actually works as smoothly as, like, they were advertising. That's like the big thing, I feel. This is why, like, I never really got too excited about a lot of Nintendo consoles in recent history, because it's just like, you know, like the DS, it's like, it's a shitty fucking touchscreen gimmick that I didn't really think was going to be well utilized, and it wasn't. With the Wii, I was just like, oh, it's this weird motion gimmick, and I don't expect the motion controls to really work the way they were saying they were going to. and they didn't. In fact, I had to go and make like the Wii Motion Plus, and like, look, now it works the way it was supposed to all along. And then you got the 3DS, and I was just like, yeah, I bet that fucking 3D gimmick is not going to work right. And lo and behold, unless you're holding it like this the entire time while playing, you know, if you want to casually play it in any capacity, you're not going to fucking see the 3D right. So yeah, no. Like, that was horrible. They had to make new fucking 3DS, so I was really worried. You know, it's like, please don't fuck this up, please don't fuck this up. Because this is like, this concept was the exact thing that I've always been wanting from consoles, is to have that portable gaming situation and the console gaming situation. Because I don't have a lot of time to really console game anymore. Like, you know, I don't turn on my PS3 or my PS4 very often whatsoever. And when, like, you know, when I do, it's like in these short, like, little hour to 2 hour bursts, and that kind of sucks a little bit. So, you know, now I can just, you know, like, oh, well, like, I started playing a game, and I'm gonna go hang out with some friends, and I just do this. And now I just take my console game experience with me wherever the fuck I want to go, and that is just the greatest thing ever. It is, like, the most brilliant fucking invention, or innovation in gaming. And this actually feels like a legitimate fucking innovation. Yeah, but yeah, it's like the way they have been promoting this, it works exactly the way I was hoping it would. You know, using like these, like, you know, a bunch of me and my friends, we were doing that for Bomberman and for like 1-2 Switch, and yeah, it's like I said, I'm very pleased that it actually works the way that they kept pretending it was going to. For once, you know, like the hype machine behind like a console launch was totally legit, and they weren't bullshitting like the patrons on this one. Oddly enough, the thing that I think is the coolest thing about this system is the HD rumble that they were advertising for this, because when they were showing off, like, oh, like, you know, it's like, you know, if you have like a glass of water and it pours, it's like you can feel it, like as if it's actually pouring in the glass, or like you have ice cubes, you can like, clink, 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 and it's like you can feel it. And I'm like, what the fuck ever. You know, I thought this HD rumble thing was going to be complete and utter bullshit. It sounded dumb, and until you actually get to hold it in your hand, like, and feel it for yourself, I don't think it's as well conveyed enough. Because there's a game in 1-2 Switch where you have you and your opponent have like these wooden boxes with marbles inside of them, and you have to like move the Joy-Con around to feel the balls out and like feel the marbles out, and to try to figure out how many marbles are in the box. And that sounds kind of absurd. It's like, well, how the fuck is the HD rumble gonna do that? And I shit you not, people, you can feel like as if there were marbles moving in the controller. Like if I were holding the box like this and I were just kind of slightly tilted, you could feel it just shtunk. And then however many marbles went in, where like shtunk, and you could hear them like bumping into each, or you feel them bumping into each other. And if you like tilt it this way, you can feel it, and you just, if you do this number, you can feel them pinging around inside of it, and it's just, it's insane. Like, I have no clue what kind of practical application this could have in games, but the mere fact that this technology exists is fucking magic. It is straight up fucking wizardry, and, like, yeah, like, this is, like, it is just the wildest shit. I thought it was really neat. As for the games I got to play, how were they? Like I said, I got to play 1-2 Switch, which, like, you see the videos for, and it's just like, like, it looks like some cheap party game, and it is. It is a very cheaply made party game, but god damn it if it isn't really fun. Like, that's the thing, like, I feel like Nintendo party games are always just really fun. Like, you just kind of, you know, all the little motion gimmicks that they have. One of my personal favorites was, like, the samurai sword one, where, like, one person does this, the other person does that, and they swipe, and the other person has to catch their sword. That's a really cool, creative, like, you know, use of that. It's a little fun mini game. It's one that I thought was really cool, especially like when you fake out people. Like, one of my friends faked out another one by swinging down the empty hand, and then when he went, she went, and then got him. And that was great stuff. So yeah. 1-2 Switch, it's a lot of fun. Bomberman, it was Bomberman, so I mean, if you like classic 2D Bombermans, it's the totally legit Bomberman installment. Frame rate wasn't the best on that one, but you know. And then Legend of Zelda, Yeah, it's the new Legend of Zelda. I'm personally not that huge of a fan of the Legend of Zelda games. In fact, I've never beaten any of them. So, like the closest I've come to beating any Legend of Zelda was the original, until I got lost in the second to last dungeon, and I didn't have like access to the internet back then, so I just couldn't beat it. So I was just like, well, shit. Well, this game's over for me because I can't figure out how the hell to navigate this final dungeon. The trick was, there was a secret passage that you could only fucking know about if you had a goddamn Nintendo Power, and that was horseshit. But anyhow, yeah, like the new Legend of Zelda, though, like this one had me pretty excited, because, like, alright, I'm gonna say it right now, it's gonna sound really weird. I don't like open world games. I feel like they're kind of directionless, they're kind of, it's like, oh, whatever, it's like, oh, this big sprawling world, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, the only open world games I've ever really gotten into were, Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, both of those on the PS2, Infamous, Gravity Rush 1 and 2. And to a lesser extent, Phantom Pain, and honestly, I got Phantom Pain because Metal Gear, and I'm a slut for Metal Gear. But, like, the other ones, though, I genuinely liked, and the big thing that all those had in common is that you could just traverse this massive environment, like, in really, like, their own unique fun ways. Like, Spider-Man could web swing, and, Cole and Infamous could, like hover and, like, grind on, like, cables and stuff. That was really awesome. Gravity Rush has this crazy gravity mechanic. So, like, being able to traverse these big open areas in these unique ways is kind of what got me through the, like these, playing these big open world games. Here, you don't have really these kind of travel mechanics. It's just, you have to do that kind of classic strolling through, and venturing into the great unknown. And, yeah, I mean, I really dig this one because, like, they rendered Hyrule in this very colorful, vibrant, lush way. And it's like, I look at this, I look at, like, the world of Hyrule and I go, that is an open world that I really want to explore and see more of. The game itself is pretty fun. I'm not far enough in it to really have any strong opinions as of yet. I'll say the one thing I really fucking appreciate is, just like in the little demonstration that they did for the Nintendo Direct forever ago, when they first showed it off, which was like Link waking up, like, in this pool of, like, water, and, like, all this weird sciencey shit's going on around him, and then, boom, adventure. That was great. Because I'm sick and fucking tired of these goddamn games that just railroad you for, like, over an hour, being like, here's how you do this mechanic, here's how you do this, and it's just like, let us invest you in our, sprawling narrative, because games are just trying so hard to be fucking movies, when I'm just like, let me play the fucking game! Stop holding my fucking hand, stop holding me back from the fun mechanics. I came here to play the game, fuck your story is second, like, to the goddamn game. I'm here to play the fucking game. If I wanted a goddamn story, I'd read a book or watch a goddamn movie. Let me play the game. And that's exactly what Legend of Zelda lets me do. Like, it wakes me up, it's just like, here you go, and, like, I'm assuming, like, as the game starts going on, like, the narrative's going to get more complex and unfold, but by then, I'll actually have been invested in the, like, the game, and the lore, and the environments, and I'll actually care about it. Don't just fucking front-load your fucking games with shit tons of story, like you're goddamn Citizen Kane, like you're not a fucking movie, you're a goddamn interactive medium. Let me interact with you, you pieces of shit. I hate modern gaming. I really fucking hate modern gaming for that shit. That's a goddamn trend. It's what fucking killed Xenoverse 2 for me. It almost killed the new Pokemon for me because they front load that shit with so much goddamn story. And, like, I get so fucking tired of that, so it's so nice to have a fucking modern day video, the mere fact that it's like an open world game, like, it's not so head up its own ass, like, let us invest you in our nuanced, layered human characters. It's just like, let me play the fucking game. Because let's be real here, like, video games characters, like, they're never going to be as, like, layered and nuanced as, like, a movie character or a book character, because they're completely up to the control of the player, unless you're just, like, role-playing as the character in your own mind, and you're doing things that only specifically work within the context of that character. You're never gonna have a fucking, like, ridiculously nuanced, layered character, because they're gonna be bound by how you play the character. Which, I mean, personally for me, I fucking play like a goddamn idiot. I've jumped off 2 fucking cliffs. I let my goddamn stamina meter run out like 4 times, and I've died because of this. Once the drowning, 3 times the falling. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, in my universe, Link is a clumsy dipshit. So, yeah, I don't need, like... I'm going off on a completely unrelated tangent. This has nothing to do with the goddamn Switch. I'm just fucking angry at modern gaming for being up its own fucking ass. Anyhow. Yeah, the Switch. I really like it. Like, it works, like I said, like, my big thing here is that it works the way, that they're advertising it. You know, it's as user-friendly as they make it sound. Yeah, just go ahead and slide your Joy-Cons in and play away. And then you slide your Joy-Cons out and you put it into the system, and then you take the sucker and you walk off with it and you just go do whatever. Yeah, like the battery life isn't the best, about 3 hours, so launch model 3DS-esque battery. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I'm really, really digging it. Also, don't put the game cards in your mouth. Guys, like, seriously, like, I understand it's like a thing now, but, yeah, like, there's a goddamn bittering agent on this, and that's meant to keep you from putting this shit in your mouth. And I love how the one thing that was designed to keep this from putting this shit in your mouth is causing people to put it in their fucking mouths. It's just like, I want to have a, It's like, stop it! Stop it! God damn it. So, yeah. The Switch, really great so far. My big thing is going to be support moving forward. Like, for me personally, there's a couple of games that are coming out that already have my attention. Splatoon 2, I'm going to be all over Splatoon 2 without a doubt. Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is actually like an old PS4 game, and I think like Vita game that came out years ago, is finally getting ported over and brought over to the States. It's a great fucking Tetris game. I'm really excited about that. In my friends group, Puyo Puyo Tetris is a goddamn blood sport. Like there's swearing and death threats and just, you know, horrible things about each other's mothers get said. We don't fuck around with goddamn Puyo Puyo Tetris in my friends group. So yeah, really looking forward to that one. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I didn't own a Wii U, so now I get to fucking own the new Mario Kart. And pretty much my whole thing is that I never buy Mario Karts that aren't portable. Hey! Now that one's portable! So yeah, looking forward to playing the new Mario Kart. Looking forward to... I know there's like something else that's coming out. Oh, ARMS. Don't know if I'm going to jump on ARMS immediately. I kind of want to see how that one plays. Like, I'm really interested. It looks really cool, and if it plays as well as they're claiming it does, you know, like, and as well as the demonstrations made it look, because demonstrations can be bullshit, I'm going to really, really dig that game. I'm going to wait for a friend of mine to buy it first, because I know at least one of my friends, or at least my friend who works at GameStop, he'll probably just rent it and be like, hey, let's try it out. And I'm like, okay, cool, this works exactly the way I hoped, and I'll buy it. Or I'll go, this game is unresponsive bullshit, and then never touch it again. So, yeah, really looking forward to some of those. But I really think, like, what's going to move the Switch forward is its lineup down the road. Also, I guess Super Mario Odyssey. Not that big of a Super Mario fan, right? I know I'm not into like the 2 biggest fucking Nintendo franchises. Can we get a Metroid Prime, please? That'd be really cool. I would love another Metroid Prime game. But yeah, I don't. I'm just worried about support moving forward. Like, I guarantee, like, once a Pokemon game comes out, like, that's gonna really push system sales. And I think if it can get into enough households, developers will be more likely to jump on, because especially developers that want to make cheaper games. Like a lot of, you know, because, you know, the Switch, it isn't pushing hardware, it isn't pushing like that hardware specs thing that all the other consoles are doing. It's not really meant to be a direct competitor with those. If anything, this is going to be more of like, you know, hitting up that portable market as well. So hopefully, if Nintendo's really smart, they need to just completely cut developers off on developing for the 3DS. Developers who are like, hey, we want to make this 3DS game, and just have them go, nope. If you want to make a game, like if you want to make a game on the cheap, make it for the Switch. Like, you know, next Shin Megami Tensei game, you put that bitch on the Switch, which it actually is going to be on the Switch. What else is going to be on there? Like, you know, or things that could be, like the next time Namco Bandai wants to be like, we want to make another portable Dragon Ball game. Whether it's a fucking another Butoden or Fusions or some other weird thing that they want to do, or something more experimental, like maybe like a Dragon Ball Origins 3, please. Yeah, like fucking make them put it on the Switch. Make the Switch like the thing that they really need to like lock themselves down with developers and be like, no, you can't make 3DS games. You need to make Switch games. Maybe get a Cooking Mama on there. Get like just these games that have already proven themselves. How about another? Oh, I'm blanking. Trauma Center. We could always use another Trauma Center. Like there are plenty of franchises that they could put on the Switch that I think would work really well, and I would love to see all of those get releases because I really want to see the Switch do well. Because this has been my dream console. The whole thing, because I love portable gaming. I've always been into portable gaming. So the mere fact that I get to have the system that really crosses that gap, because that was like something that really pissed me off about the Vita. The only thing that pissed me off about the Vita, other than the lack of goddamn software for it, was the fact that it's like, what is keeping them from allowing me to just hook this fucker into my television, output the signal, and just play my Vita games on my TV? Like, why was that never a thing that they ever thought about? And here, Nintendo has thought about that. It's basically giving me exactly what I hoped could have been a feature in the Vita. And I'm hoping that this becomes a thing moving forward. I really hope it does well. I hope it's very successful. This is the first Nintendo system I've really been rooting for in goddamn years. And it's the one that I'm rooting for it. I hope it does well. I'm like, come on, Nintendo. You finally have a good idea here. Please don't fuck this up. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my first impressions of the Switch. What do you guys think? Do you think that this sounds like a totally legit thing? Like it's, are you happy to know that it actually functions the way it was advertised? Or are you just kind of like, I'm going to wait for some more software to be announced? Do you want to see this succeed? Are you as interested in the concept of something that crosses that? Because, I personally, I think it would be a tragedy if this game just gets completely hamstrung by third-party support or just a lack of games overall. Because, that was my thing with the Wii U. It's just like, Nintendo, what the fuck are you doing? Put more shit on the Wii U. And honestly, I think, if they really want to get a good library on this, just port over all the great Wii U games. That, honestly, that alone, put Wind Waker on there, put Twilight Princess. Yes, those are HD Wii games or GameCube games. Who gives a shit? Put those on there. Put Bayonetta 1 and 2 on there, because those portably would be the greatest fucking thing ever. There's just so much that they could do. So yeah, what do you guys think though? Do you want to see this system succeed, or are you just like, man, fuck Nintendo, I'm sick and tired of their bullshit, they just need to fucking die, and their dumb gimmicks need to go fuck off, and they just need to sell their IPs for other systems. If you think that, you're wrong, because this gimmick is fucking awesome for a change. But hey, to each their own, whatever. But I'm willing to say that, like I said, I hope this succeeds. I hope this succeeds. I hope that Nintendo really cuts their own niche with this. I really hope that they focus all of their future developments. Fuck the Wii U. Fuck the 3DS. Focus on the Switch. I really hope that the next Bravely Default is a Switch game. Shit, I'd be cool if they freaking ported Bravely Default 1 and 2 to the Switch. That would be awesome, because those games with higher res visuals would be awesome. Shit, man, if Dragon Ball Fusions got fucking ported, I'd probably buy that goddamn game again, because it looks really nice when it's a really adorable chibi art style. So that in a higher res would look fucking great. Shit, man, they could even port Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and I'd probably buy that too, because just having all of those games, just like I said, having the ability to play them portably and on a console just sounds like the greatest fucking thing ever. Hopefully Nintendo really takes advantage. I think they're in a really good position with the system, but they're only in that really great position if they take advantage of it. So, Nintendo, don't fuck this up. For the first time in over 10 years, I am rooting for you. Do not fuck this up. Till next time, guys, Xeon out.